So if the last video on data types hurt your brain, don't worry. A lot of people tend to just zone out when teachers talk about data types. Really, all you need to do is you're telling C++ what you're going to be working with. There's really no need to have a lengthy conversation about a data type. You just need to understand the basic data types. However, there is one little caveat. What we're about to talk about are constants, which is the polar opposite of a variable. So a variable is something that will change. A constant is something that will never change. So, for example, sometimes we want to work with a value, but it never changes. Pi, for example, 3.14 will never change. It's a constant. So we need to use the const keyword. Now, when I say keyword, we're talking about something built into C++ that tells C++ what to do. We don't have to create this magic. It just already exists. So let's go ahead and do something like this. Int age, so we're making a data type or a variable with the data type of int, and we're going to assign the value of 44. This can change because it is a variable. Now we're going to introduce the const keyword. I can spell it. There we go. Now we need to tell what type of value, so I'm going to give it a data type. And then this is going to look eerily familiar because it looks like we're creating a variable, but really we're creating a constant. So a lot of newbies look at this and go, oh, well, this is just a variable with some weird word in front of it. No, it's a const, meaning we're saying create a constant value using this data type and this name and this value. It's not a variable, it's a constant. Don't get those confused. And just to kind of illustrate that, let's try this. ID equals, and I want to change that to 12. Notice how, cannot assign variable ID with a const qualifier of const int. Really what they're saying is you're trying to change something that you cannot change. And just to drive that point home, do info, ID, and let's go ahead and print that ID out. Fingers crossed you think this is even going to run. Let's find out. You would be correct if you said no, this will not run. And you see right here, assignment of read-only variable. This is where people get really confused. It's not really a variable, it's a constant because we can't change it. However, we can use it as a variable, meaning we can use it as a value. So that is a little bit misleading and it tends to really mess with your head when you're starting with C++ because a variable implies that it will change, where a constant implies it will not. So I really wish this would say assignment of read-only constant, but really it says read-only variable. Whew. All right, so if we were to get rid of that, you can run this. Now, you may be asking yourself, what is the point of a constant? I mean, why would you even need it? Well, so for example, let's say you were going to draw a circle on the screen. A constant for a circle would be pi or 3.14. You never want to change that because the moment you do, it's no longer a circle. It's an oval or a square or a triangle or some other crazy shape.